this panel is about a bold move that all of these people on this panel have made to build themselves into a brand. And that is not easy, to step aside from the basic 9 to 5. And that there's nothing wrong in that. But to chase your dream is not easy in the real world. As kids, you would always think that you can. But as we grow up, it's very tough. So I would actually like to start with S2G because I've been a biggest fan of S2G for the longest time. And when I connected with him, I was like, he shares that passion for virtual football that I have had for the longest time. Alright, so Sid, question for you. You did something that was way different than a lot of people. But what stands you out as a creator that you have such a huge following in this space and the fact that people absolutely adore you?
So I think there's firstly a couple of reasons, because first thing is like consistency. From day one, 11 years ago, I've been uploading non-stop. It's taken time to build the audience. And then progressively, I've improved on every aspect of content creation, from storytelling to building out a team. And I think all of that is compounded, and that's now, the results of it are now really visible. So I'd say, yeah, those are like the key things that have helped me reach this point.
Coming to Niyati now. Someone, as I said, who's building a brand, and the answer was fantastic, Niyati, about the ninja. I mean, the revenge idea. I would actually like to start on that. Doing something very different in the space of women's football and fitness, and you've been a big advocate of that. Combining that with marketing your brand, building strategies for anyone who you've worked with. What is that one thing that you always followed that got you success in everything that you did while building your brand? And at least you saw a way forward for yourself.
I think I always pick things that are not very lucrative when I pick them. It's more, I think I function completely on emotion and passion, which is why I try to do things in the most practical way possible. But what I said earlier is completely, that's actually how it is. And my problem is I do the best work when I'm angry. So if someone's really pissed me off, or if I identify that somebody is not doing enough in a particular space, or there is a group of people or a bunch of people, whether it's like 3 people or it's 3 million people, if they're being underserved somewhere in sport, if they're not being given what they want or what they're looking for in sport, I always try and find a way to supply that or make that happen. So Ninja FC started as a community more than anything for me and people like me to not just play competitive sport, but also enjoy a little bit of recreational sport and just go out and socialize over an activity instead of constantly having to just go out and eat and drink all the time. For me, that was the main driver for doing what I've been doing for the last, I think, 1.5 years with Ninja FC. The plan is now to grow Ninja FC to something a little bit larger and see if I can do that for a larger group of people now.
Coming on to Shubham now. Shubham, if you can just take the mic, please. Now, Shubham is, like I said, a FIFA esports athlete. And this is from a time when FIFA, these EFC tournament screens that you're seeing, it was very difficult for me personally 10 years ago to see all of this growing, and we were stuck at a point that what are we going to do as upcoming esports athletes? We see all these legends abroad. Sid, in fact, has met so many of them at EA Game Creator Networks. They're all stars in their countries. What do we do? So Shubham used to speak to me earlier and was like, what are we doing? And he transitioned into an athlete in just a couple of years. Shubham, what changed in those 2 years? How did you get from literally nobody knowing you in the scene to coming to the point where you are right now?
Personally, for me, it was, there was a moment when I first started, I came to know about there's a FIFA scene around. And I used to see Lokmanyu, I used to see Saransh, I used to see Charanjot and all these guys. And I always used to assume, is there a way I can get into this? And to be honest, I started off playing as football, then I got injured. And of course, that's everyone's code, to be honest. And I'm even sure girls must be tired of hearing it from the guys, that they say that I would have been an athlete if it wasn't for the injury. But yeah, so for me, I had to transition into something which is, related to football. and ISL was popping up. ISL was just starting. There were legends playing, and there were rumors around that there's something known as EISL could happen. So I remember I was fanboying Lokmanyu at the start. Do you remember this?
Don't.
I was
I have not paid him to say that. Please don't think, guys.
I swear to God,
He's just doing it.
my Instagram stories or everything, even if I play against Lokmanyu once, it was like, oh wow, this is something I want to do. And then suddenly I started practicing against these guys, and later on it transitioned into, what, this is just few margins here and there, and if I can, just mentally prepare myself to play this game, I feel I can do it, because there was the competitive side always from playing football back when I was a teenager. So that helped me a lot, and that helped me transition into an athlete, and then that's how it happened.
We're going to have Shaad take over the mic. Shaad, thank you. Now, we have a lot of upcoming creators here, people who are well-established creators. You're sitting with a couple of them themselves, like very good following. A lot of people here, even the people who are recording have, a lot of people who are making content in football. Now, what inspired you knowing the fact that यार मेरे सामने बहुत सारे बड़े-बड़े creators बैठे हैं, मैं अपना content अलग से कैसे निकालूं? How did you do that and gain so much of traction? Because the kind of traction I've seen on your Instagram is fantastic. I know you say a lot of controversial things, but that sells. That's what Sid does. That's what, like, I don't, Niyati is on a revenge plot. This guy is, I don't know, like, he's just taking everyone's case in FC. So what do you think?
I started this content creation thing, just being real. First of all, that helped me a lot. I saw a lot of creators not being real, and that inspired me to just, I can do something unique in this kind of thing. And I've been a Barca fan for like more than 10 years now, and always had the void of not doing something in football. Maybe my country is not that much, ahead in football. I had to do something in this field, and this felt like the right moment, the right thing for me. And this is an industry where a lot of youngsters are getting inspired by me. A lot of people are getting inspired by other creators as well, and they're choosing this field and they just want to do something in football. I used to play national level. I used to play football at my school, and after my college, it just dropped down. I always felt that, okay, I don't want my passion to get down. I don't want this football to go away from me. I don't want the football to leave me so early. And so this content creation thing totally helped me, and I researched it, I worked over it, and yeah, that's that.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to this panel. We'll be moving on to the next one. But can we please have a round of applause for all our guests on the panel here? It was a pleasure, guys.
Thank you for
Please.
having us.